So, what's the one piece of advice you see tattooed on more arms and printed on more coffee mugs than any other? No regrets. It's the ultimate philosophy of the cool, the confident, the forward-looking. It's a declaration that we should never look back, that we should never mourn our mistakes. But what if it's, well, terrible advice? What if a life without regret is not the sign of a life well lived, but a life not fully examined? What if regret is not a dangerous enemy to be avoided, but a powerful and necessary teacher? This is the powerful and counterintuitive argument from best-selling author Daniel H. Pink in his brilliant book The Power of Regret. Based on the world's largest survey of human regrets, Pink is here to tell us to stop running from this painful emotion, and to start learning from it. Today on Geeky Philosopher, we are going to explore the hidden superpower of our most misunderstood emotion. We'll learn how to look backward, not with shame, but with wisdom, so we can move forward with purpose. Our culture treats regret as a sign of weakness, a waste of time. But Pink argues that regret is a fundamental and universal part of the human experience. It's a sign that our cognitive machinery is working perfectly. Regret is the emotion we feel when we look back on a past decision and wish we had done something different. It involves mental time travel and the ability to imagine a better outcome. This complex process, he argues, is a key to our survival and progress. The pain of regret is a powerful teacher, a built-in feedback mechanism that helps us learn from our mistakes and make better decisions in the future. A life without regret is not the life of a well-adjusted person. Pink points out that the only people who truly don't feel regret are people with serious brain damage, sociopaths, and 5-year-olds. For the rest of us, regret is an unavoidable and valuable part of being human. The goal is not to eliminate regret, the goal is to get better at using it. To understand regret, we first need to know its two main flavors. First, there are action regrets. These are the regrets about something you did. I can't believe I said that. I regret hurting that person. I regret that foolish investment. These regrets tend to be sharp and painful in the short term, but they also tend to fade over time. We can apologize, we can learn, we can make amends. But there is a second and far more haunting type of regret. These are inaction regrets. These are the regrets about the things you didn't do, the chances you didn't take, the words you didn't say. If only I had asked them out. If only I had started that business. If only I had traveled more when I had the chance. Pink's research is overwhelming and clear on this point. In the short term, we might regret our foolish actions, but in the long run, we are almost exclusively haunted by our inactions. The door that was open, that we chose not to walk through. Why? Because with an action, the story is complete. With an inaction, the story is a permanent, nagging question mark. This is the heart of the book. Pink and his team analyzed thousands of regrets from people all over the world, and they discovered something amazing. Our regrets are not random. They're actually incredibly predictable. Almost all of our deepest, most enduring regrets fall into one of just 4 core categories. And these 4 regrets taken together don't just show us what we did wrong, they create a beautiful, reverse-engineered photograph of what we truly value. They are, in a way, a map to the good life. The first are foundation regrets. These are the regrets about failing to be responsible and conscientious. They're the if-onlys about our health, our finances, and our education. Like, if only I had saved more money. If only I had taken care of my body. If only I had worked harder in school. These regrets reveal that we have a deep, fundamental human need for stability. The second are boldness regrets. These are the inaction regrets we just talked about, the chances we didn't take. If only I had asked them out. If only I had spoken up. If only I had started that business. These regrets reveal that we have a deep, fundamental human need for growth. The third are moral regrets. These are the regrets we have when we violate our own internal sense of right and wrong. If only I hadn't cheated. If only I had done the right thing. If only I had stood up for that person who was being bullied. These regrets reveal that we have a deep, fundamental human need to be good. And finally, the largest category of all are connection regrets. These are the regrets about the relationships in our lives. They're about the people we love but who we let drift away, or who we failed to treat with the kindness they deserved. If only I had reached out to that old friend. If only I had fixed that stupid argument. If only I had said I love you more often. These regrets reveal our most profound human need of all, the need for love. Stability, growth, goodness, and love. Our regrets are simply the painful echo of the life we know we are meant to live. So when you feel the painful sting of regret, what should you do? The no regrets philosophy tells you to ignore it, to suppress it. But Pink says, this is a terrible idea. Instead, he offers a simple, 3-step process for confronting your regret and turning it into a tool for progress. Step 1. Self-disclosure. First, you have to get the regret out of your head. Keeping it locked inside gives it immense power. You can write about it in a journal, or even better, you can talk about it with someone you trust. The act of externalizing the regret is the first step to disarming it. Step 2. Self-compassion. Next, you must treat yourself with kindness, not scorn. Instead of beating yourself up, you need to normalize the feeling. Tell yourself, this is a normal human experience. I'm not the only person who has ever made a mistake. You must treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a good friend. Step 3. Self-distancing. Finally, once you have acknowledged and accepted the emotion, you need to step back and analyze it like a scientist. Ask yourself, what lesson can I learn from this experience? What one thing can I do differently in the future to avoid making this same mistake? This is the step that extracts the wisdom from the wound. By disclosing, being compassionate, and then distancing, you transform regret from a source of shame into a source of strategy. The power of regret is not a call to dwell on the past, it's actually a powerful and compassionate call to learn from the past. Daniel Pink teaches us that the no regrets philosophy is, honestly, a recipe for a shallow and unexamined life. Our regrets are not our enemies, they are our teachers. They're a painful but necessary feedback system that's constantly trying to guide us toward a better future. They are the ghosts of the life we could have lived, and they're here to remind us of the life we can still choose to build, starting today. The pain of regret points us directly to the values we hold most dear. If we're brave enough to listen to what our regrets are telling us, they can become our most powerful and trusted guides. Your past does not have to be a source of shame. It can actually be your greatest source of wisdom. The key is to learn how to look backward with courage, with compassion, and with curiosity. If you are someone who believes in learning from all of life's experiences, even the most painful ones, then you are a part of this conversation. Consider subscribing to Geeky Philosopher, where we are dedicated to exploring the ideas that help us live wiser, more intentional lives. Thank you for being here. Thank you for